love is all around me. Oh, let me know that love is all around me. Let me know that love is all around me. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Soul Fulfilling. Come on to the room. All right, Quinn is in the room, in the house right now. Hey, Marianne, welcome to Soul Fulfilling. Yeah. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Right here. Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly's bringing me some water. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Jolly, you want to say hello? Want to say hello to the people? Oh. All right, we got a family affair, y'all. Come here, Jolly, right quick. You can't see them, but let them see you. Come here for a minute. This is Dajalu. So say hello to everybody, Dajalu. Yes. Speaking to the microphone. Say, how you doing?
How are you doing?
How old are you?
Free.
Yes. He's free. Thank you, Kimberly. This is Kimberly, his mother. Come on, show your head. That's Kimberly. So you went to the dinosaur park today?
Yeah, and some of the trots run out of batteries.
Oh, some of them ran out of batteries? Yeah, I know how it is to run out of batteries. Today, my batteries seemed like I was running out of batteries. My batteries are running low. Well, I'll see y'all later. Well, thank you so much, Kimberly, and welcome back. Yes. Yes, I know how it is. I know how it is. So it's so wonderful to have them in the house for a few days. So wonderful. Oh, let me love in a holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Yes. So I'm thankful for this evening. I'm thankful for our gathering. I'm thankful for everybody coming on the into the chat room. We know your name and happy that you're here. How you doing? How you doing, Quinn? How you doing, Marianne? Gwen Moore. Uh-oh. I did the wrong thing with my screen. Let's see. How do I bring it back down? It's so huge right now. Oh no. Oh, 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 oh. I can't see anything but you guys. Georgia, I can't even find you. All right, it's coming back. Something happens with my computer where I just touch the screen and then it just goes kind of interesting. It goes really big. Oh, are y'all still there? Are y'all still there? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you're still there. Okay, so I'll get it right in just a moment. If you can see me, then I'm good. If I'm still on the camera, I'm good. Keeps going out. I tell you, let me love in a holy, holy way. Well, I can see that Lori Driscoll is on, and I can see that Sharon is on. Hi, Sharon, and welcome, Tom O'Leary. Yes, okay, y'all can still see me. Okay, well, that's great. If you can see me, then God can see me. Ah, that's a big image in my head. Let me see if I can reduce it. It doesn't go down smaller. Let me see if I can. No, I don't know how to do this. Let's see if I can get to some kind of exit full screen or something. Let's see what happens. All right. That's better. Okay, I'm getting there, Georgia. I have a special guest this evening who's joining me, but I got to find out how to get to a smaller way to experience the world before I can bring her on. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. Now the chat is way small. All righty. So keep on loading in. We got people joining us right now. I know that God is good. And I know that the Spirit says, I am more than this. I'm more than your lack of skill with technology or the way this computer likes to dance. It just likes to go rogue sometimes and does all kinds of funny things. And I'm not ready to be that kind of partner with it yet. But I think we can make our way through tonight, and I'll see how I can make things better. I'm going to bring a lovely person into the room now. Her name is Georgia Ann Muldrow. She's blowing bubbles. So, Georgia, you got to take yourself off mute.
Hey now.
Welcome Georgia into the room. Georgia Muldrow. Georgia Ann Muldrow. Hey, Georgia.
Hey now, how you doing?
Hey, this is fun.
I know this is awesome.
So, welcome to Soul Fulfilling, Georgia.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me on. This
Oh,
is very
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You know, sometimes you come and you sit and just listen quietly.
I
And
do.
tonight I was like, hey, Georgia, come on in my room.
Oh, ah.
Come on in my room. Spirit is my doctor,
Ooh.
and he writes out all my scripture, and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Oh, yes, there is love in my room. Love in my room. Spirit is my doctor, and it writes out all of my prescriptions, and it gives me all of my medicine in my room. Come on, give me a verse, Georgia. There is peace.
On in my room. Come on in my room. Oh, God's my doctor, and he writes all of my scripts, and he guides me all the way. All the way.
That
I don't know what
worked.
latency is doing, but
Come on in this room. Come on in the room, y'all. Spirit is our doctor, and it writes out all of our scriptures, gives us all of our medicine in this room. In this room. In this room. There is love in this room. There is joy in this room. There is hope in this room. There is faith. There is spirit. And Jaja would say, there is Jesus in this room. Is our doctor, and God writes out all of our scriptures, and he gives us all of our medicine, any kind of medicine you need. Just lean on God, lean on God. Oh, in this room.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you for joining us tonight, Georgia Ann Muldrow.
Thank you for all of the inspiration you give all of us.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's what I think it's what there's so many people on this thread. I can't even see the names because the names are real small. Like that's what the computer did. It just went real small over here. So I'm going to figure out how to expand on the chat, because the chat is very important in soul fulfilling. It's the people in the room,
Yeah.
and and so they're talking to me, and I want to be able to see them. So otherwise, what I have to do is just highlight anything small and see what it is. Greetings. So Deanna said greetings.
All right. Oh,
Jeanette said
I'm seeing everything coming up down there.
he writes all my prescriptions and gives me all my medicine. Saying y'all
And
and bless him.
yeah.
Hey Janet. That's Janet and John Caesar. See,
Hey.
see, I can't see the name. I'm just clicking. I can't see what people are saying.
I can
So you can?
Yeah, Kylie Sampson Alexander. I'm so happy I discovered this beautiful offering this evening.
Yes. Hi, Kali. Welcome. Welcome into the soul fulfilling. Maxine.
Happy
Happy Wednesday.
Kwanzaa.
Oh yeah. Where? Whoa. Ujima, Ujima, we are one. Ujima, Ujima, we are better together. Ujima, Ujima, we are one. Ujima, Ujima, we are better together. Ujima, Ujima, we are one. Ujima, Ujima, we are better together. Ujima, 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 we are one. Collective work and responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Georgia, talk to me a little bit about collective work and responsibility. This is the third day of the Kwanzaa
Yeah.
season. Yeah. Mhm. Come on, Georgia, talk about it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, happy Kwanzaa, Mom.
Happy Kwanzaa.
I love Ujima because um I've just in coming back home, um realizing that the true testament to our character is our collective whole, you know,
Mhm.
and our ability to um, come together and to value our togetherness brings about unexpected moments of like really really like soulful love, and it's just been a beautiful thing to be here, to be here with you, but also just like as far as you know, if you as an individual is meeting a challenge
Mhm.
and you don't go to anybody about it, you think that you're the only one that's going through what you're going through. Whereas,
Mhm.
like, if there, if you seek to help people,
Yes.
right, and you
Mhm.
seek to like be of service, then like you have more people to talk to. And I
Mhm.
think that in turn, you'll find that you're not the only one that's experiencing or seeing something.
Yes.
know? So when you can be able to have a conversation about an issue that you experience that you feel like is unique to your life,
Mhm. Mhm.
and somebody else can say, "Well, just the other day, this happened to me too,"
Mhm. Mhm.
and now it's like, let's think about what can be done.
Yes.
Know? And
Yeah.
I think that that's what's beautiful about that. It's also it's like not only just community showing its strength and power, but
Yeah.
it's also like the ease of isolation, you know? Um,
Mhm.
and we're not supposed to even if, I'm an introverted person, but the value of friendship, the value of family, the
Yes.
value of being a part of a community that recognize you and that you recognize too,
Yes.
the value of all of those things, um, it's also a resource, you know? That's what brings it its great value, is
Mm-hmm.
it's a place where that, just as much as you give, you can come with whatever you're going through, and people can begin to come together to see what can be done, you know?
Yes. Yeah. It's like the power of community.
Yeah, the
It's
power
like,
of community, yeah.
I remember, I mean, I've been part of so many very powerful communities since you were born. Before you were born, I was part of a study group, and that was powerful in its learning and what we were getting of education and some of the functions that we would throw. But I believe when I stepped into an on in through an when I stepped into an intentional spiritual community, that's when I began to work with people, and we would put our heads together and see how we could do something.
Yeah.
How we could create things.
Yes.
We would create concerts. We would create ways to inspire people. And I believe, because it's what I do, and it's what I came to do,
Yeah.
you know, and I finally found that raising the music, in, for the glory of God was why I got the gift.
Yeah.
Like I got the gift for that.
Yes. Yes.
Specifically, I got the gift for that. Now,
Yeah.
that's not to say love songs are not also for the glory of God, but I'm just saying that to sing of the glory of God for the glory of God is a very is a very is a very pristine place to be as an artist. That I got to do that, and with people who would create, we would co-create together. So, and was like, well, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? And Ujima, Ujima, Ujima. We are one, we didn't know the word Ujima yet. We hadn't gone down the Kwanzaa way. I knew Ujima, but I hadn't brought it to the choir yet, you
Yeah.
know, but we were doing it.
Mhm.
We were doing it. We were we were planning together. We were creating together, and we were delivering together.
Yeah.
We were delivering it. And you're right. When you have an issue, you got something going on with you, and there's a place where you can bring it.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like tell mama all about it. Like when
Yeah.
we tell mama in the Soul Sisters retreat, when the Council of Wise Women would be there, and one woman would come with the issue she was working through. A lot of times there were other women in the oils going through
Yep.
sharing, sharing her heart. It was like, hey, to be vulnerable in front of people, you
Yes.
know, and I think that is a very um, beautiful thing. Sometimes women can do that much easier than men can, but men are learning how to open up, because that's the only way we're gonna go. you
Yep.
know you know and so here's a shout out to vulnerable men and vulnerable women, and
Yeah.
folks who know how to, who can like Fontaine is in the room, and Quinn is extraordinary in his gift as an artist and as a comedian, as an actor, and as a therapist in his own way. That's what he's doing. He's helping people to heal and to make life better, to make life better for them. And,
Yeah.
so check out Quinn Fontaine. He
Yeah.
shows out his process.
Yeah.
Marianne, who's Marianne? Hello, beautiful soul sisters. Marianne.
Yeah.
Hi, how you doing, Marianne? Welcome, Jennifer Carlslake. Other folks have come in since I went down. Tavon, hey Tavon, Tavon Powell. It was very liberating music. Yes, Tavon. Yeah, and it still is. The music it continues, man. I have something called the Blessed Always Chant Anthology, the Blessed Always Agape Chant Anthology. We did it way back in 2005. It was a collection of chants. It was chant collection 1, 2, and 3. And I was working on getting that on YouTube and making sure that you can find it when you need it. It's already up there. YouTube has already put it up there. So I'm thankful. Here's a shout out to CD Baby and and a whole lot of beautiful chants that you can find. My goal in 2023 is to get as much music up on YouTube and various repositories so that whatever it is that you can find that can help you will be there, that it will be there. Okay, that's other things. That's what I came to do. I don't know what you came to do, but that's what I came to do. Hey, I love you too, Debbie Lux. And we have, let's see, we have, who else? Edith. Hi, Edith. Edith said, we're here when I was trying to find out who I was, where I was. Mardell, Lori. And here's a shout out to Chef Lori and Ebony and the whole family. Chef Lori's grandmother passed over, and Chef Lori is always in the thread. And she's always in the thread and often in the B-hood. So here's a moment of silence for a great woman who has lifted out of her body. She was close to you. The mother of Taliba, the grandmother of Chef Lori, and the great-grandmother of Ebony and CJ. Ashe. And I'd like to take a moment for my Uncle George. I've spoken about him on the Soul Fulfilling conversations, and I just love, I love my uncle, man. And my uncle passed on, and I'm learning how to let him go a little bit at a time. I'm learning how to receive him. That's what I'm learning. Not really how to let him go, but how to receive him in his new body, his new cosmic body. Yeah. With both legs. He don't need legs. But he got them. He got whatever he needs right now. So here's a shout out to Uncle George. And here's a song for him. If anybody else is releasing loved ones, put their names in the thread, and we can hold you in prayer too. Riley Dowling, Reverend Judith Winters. Quite a few moved on in December. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the song of God discloses, for he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. God speaks, and the sound of God's voice is so sweet that the birds hush, they hush singing, hey. And the melody that God gave to me within my heart is ringing, and he walks with me heart tells me I am its own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Let us walk, let us talk and listen to God. Let us know that we are God's own. Oh, yes. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Beautiful,
Mm,
beautiful.
life. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Man, so
Yeah,
much is going on in the world.
yeah,
And, one day we'll look around and it's springtime again. But
yeah.
right now, it's winter in America.
You ain't never lie.
It's winter in America. Francis Jones is on. Hey, Francis. Patricia Caines came in. Hey, Patricia, come on in. Come on in the room. Yes, yes, yes. Devana, come on in, everybody. Thank you for showing your face and letting us know who's here. Some people in there don't want to, want to say your name. Gwen Moore is here with us. Iabode Jackson is here. Hey, welcome, welcome. And but it's winter, and all over the country, so many different weather patterns are happening. All kinds of extreme patterns that we have never seen. At least we haven't. And we're just holding people in prayer who are dealing with all that cold and power outages and things that happen when yes, things that are happening to people. I was back east and man, it was cold. I went to North Carolina last week. Here's a shout out to life coach Ade, life
Yeah,
coach Ade, who who flew by himself last week solo. I didn't have any kind of what's the word? Oh no, I couldn't have come on anyway. I was in a car on the way back to Charlotte. For those of you who don't know, I flew into North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. That's my hometown. And the next I was there for Monday. I think I was there. Yeah, I flew in and arrived late in the afternoon. Monday, Tuesday, I was just kind of hung out with my sisters. And then on Friday morning, early, like about 5 o'clock, we hit the road for Georgia. It was a 5-hour drive, and to this little town called Claxton. Did the funeral for my uncle,
yeah,
and then we got in the car and rode back home. Well, we ate.
yeah.
Well, they ate. I kind of watched them eat. And then we got in the car and rode back and rode back. So it was like a turnaround. That's 10 hours on the road. So the next day I just rested and it was raining, but it
Yeah.
was cold. The weather was cold. And by the time I left on Friday, it was very cold. I was happy to be leaving. I was happy to be leaving Charlotte, man. I
Yeah,
love everybody, but I got to get out of here.
in the zone.
And landed in LA. And it was, even though it was cool, it felt warm compared to what I had come from. But other places like, uh, they were telling me about Buffalo. I heard about Buffalo, New York, and and the weather patterns there and all the snow that's falling and people being caught in the snow, people dying in the snow. And
Yeah.
so we're just blessing folks right where they are, earthquakes, whatever's shaking, wherever you are, you know, I know that God is there. I know
Amen.
that God is there. God is there in the midst of you. God is always there.
Yeah.
And keep our attention stayed on God.
Yeah.
Come what may.
That's right.
Keep your eyes open and keep your attention stayed on God.
That's right.
And if you're not in stress like that, not like that kind of stress, because I think if you're in this country, even if you don't realize it, we are living in some very stressful conditions sometimes, but we've learned how to navigate through it and for it not to make us sick,
Yeah.
by keeping our thoughts on God
Yeah.
and on how to live a smarter life,
Yes.
a more, a healthier life. Because
Mhm.
that helps a lot.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, I did the best I could. Now, you know, what you got to say, Georgia Ann?
I mean, I think you said I don't think there's no better way to say it. It's very, very key in my life to keep
Mhm.
my attention on God,
Yes. Yeah.
especially it's because I feel like when grace is the constant, this the reality of grace is a constant, and it helps you deal with whatever that might be flowing like this in your mood.
Mhm.
Or in your mood, or something that affects your mood, or somebody's words that might be less savory, or somebody's, uh, you know, just what the world has to bring you. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like in the world, but not of the world.
Mhm.
Is like that's how you achieve that. You know,
Mhm.
it's like that's how you achieve not being of the world is your mind stayed on God. And
Mhm.
I know today I had a moment where it's just, I had a really intimate moment with the Lord, and I was just kinda like, I just sat myself down, and it was like, "God, I love you so much, and I know you love me so much, you know, and forgive me because, you know, I started to believe kinda like the world's lies
Mhm.
a little." Like, I
Yeah.
felt it deep in, like, in affecting my mood, and I'm like, "This is the world, you're the truth," you know?
You're the truth.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
almost feeling like, "You know what? My bad." I shouldn't have no doubt in my heart. Like,
Mhm.
I but it was like, it's not like I wanted it there, it was just there was things was going and just being there, and I felt like a lift in my heart, and God's like, "I'm right here.
Mm.
I'm right here. Thank you for making time for me. Like, thank you for making time for us." And, like, It I think it's just a really important thing because the way that we enjoy our time in modern Western society especially, um, a lot of it is looking at what other people doing all the time.
Mhm.
And so it can make you, before you know it, you can have a worldly point of view before you're even conscious and aware of it.
Mhm.
And so it's very good to have a practice of when you feel restless to enjoy God's rest and, you
Mm.
know
Mhm.
I think it's a very life affirming thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. I was having a day like that today.
Yeah, man, we've been twinsies.
I was having a day like that today, and
We've been twinsies.
I don't know, my mind was I was flying, man. And I was feeling. I tell you, I was feeling. I was feeling. I just felt old.
Me too.
You.
No, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like you can look, and then somebody who 104 gonna look at you.
But I was feeling. You know, it wasn't. I wasn't present with God. You
Yeah.
know, I was present with my opinion of myself.
Yeah.
And because something happened when my uncle died.
Mm.
And because he was the last of my mother's brothers and sisters. And so it's really clear to me that the next rung is us.
Yeah.
Now the folks who are an only child in the family, you might not have that kind of reality. I don't know what you have, but I know in ours, it's like we're the next seven, now six, because I had a brother that passed over like about maybe about 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it was like we're it. And I was just looking at pictures of myself, and just every Libra has a certain every October Libra has a certain modicum of vanity. And I was looking, I was like, you're changing, you're changing, you don't, you're changing, and to be all right with that. But I wasn't all right with it. I was feeling like I was feeling a little just out of sorts. I have a song about that.
You're
Yeah.
so pretty, by the way. Not to interject
Well,
and
that's because my daughter gave me some nice makeup. But like
No.
I have a song called like We Land in Love Again.
Yeah.
But I didn't go to my piano. What I did was I just went and took care of what I needed to take care of out in the world. I went to the post office, and thank you those of you who contribute and share of your good with the Be Hood, with the Sunday devotionals, with Soul Fulfilling. Thank you for your contributions, because they were there in the mailbox. And I picked up some. I went there, uh, and I just kind of drove a little bit and came back home. I did one other activity. I came home. Before I came home, I called Marianne. Marianne is on the thread. Marianne, here's a blessing for Marianne, who fell down the steps
Oh
and
wow.
injured her and bruised her shoulder. So thank God she didn't break it. She didn't break it.
I'm
She she,
so
she bruised it, and she's going to be good to go in about 5 or 6 days. You
yeah.
know, but she didn't break it, and we were talking about time, and what time it is for some of us who are who are getting a little further on in years. You know, a little further on in years. It's like this is the first time we're doing it. But this is the first time, Georgia, you're doing you. This is the
Yeah.
first time all of us on the thread are doing what we're doing. This is like we're still in our maiden voyages. Wherever we are, we'll always be in another zone, and it's important. Like Georgia was saying, it's important that we are not so identified with what the world is telling you you're supposed to do and be, that you get all conflicted in your head.
Yes.
You know,
It's not funky.
you know.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. So I went for a walk while I was talking to Marion. Because ain't nothing like a good conversation to get me walking. You
Yeah.
know, so I had a conversation. I had the headphones. I started walking. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm listening to Marion right now. I ain't listening to the birds. Sometimes I listen to the birds, but this time I was listening to Marion, and we had a good conversation. And I came back, and I felt much better.
Yeah.
I felt much better, but I didn't feel really good until I put on that makeup that Georgia gave.
That blusher. That blusher.
Sometimes all we need is a little makeover.
Yeah, no, you wearing it too. Very
Spirit's calling you, come, come. 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 When you climb the highest mountain that you can find, and you're looking out with eyes so satisfied, saying, look, 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 look what I have done. Look, look, look what I've become. And the Spirit says, I am more than this. I am more than this. I am more than this. come to me. Oh, 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 yeah. Spirit's calling you. Come, come. Spirit's calling you. Come, come. Spirit's calling you. Spirit's calling you. Come, come. And when your time has come to move to that place so high, hey Georgia, sing along. Even if if you see, if you behind a little bit, it don't matter because you sing behind the beat anyway. 2, 3, it'll be even. Come, come.
When time moves in that place so high, and you are the ones you leave to cry. Say, look, 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 what I leave behind. Well, is my peace of mind. Spirit says, I am more than this condiment.
Hey, hey, hey.
Spirit's calling you.
Come, come,
Spirit's calling you.
come, come,
Spirit's calling you.
come, come,
Spirit's calling you.
come, come. Imagine the sound of the ocean,
I am more than
the birds. And if you're in the chat, you say, I am more than this. That's your part. Okay, Tavon, all y'all, Kimberly, I am more than this. Mickey, you know your part. Imagine the sound of the ocean. I am more than this. The birds in flight,
I am more than this.
the loss of a loved one,
I am more than this.
a heart so broken,
I am more than this.
a newborn baby,
I am more than this.
the pain of a body,
I am more than this.
just people when they're happy. I love this song. People when they're sad. Oh, God is more than this. God is more than this. God is more than this. God is more, so much more. Oh, God is more than this. God is more than this. God is more. And the Spirit says, I am more than this. I am more than this. I am more than this. Come to me. Hey, 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 hey. Spirit's calling you. Come, come. Spirit's calling you.
Come, come.
Spirit's calling you. Come, come. Spirit's calling you. Come, come. I am more than this.
Yeah.
The Spirit says, I am more than this. And like you say, just sit down, take a little time with God.
For real.
Just take some time. Just, and I think I did take, I think even walking and talking to Marianne in its own way, it had like a divine resonance.
Yes.
Because we were talking highly.
Yeah.
It was a high conversation.
Mm.
It was a high conversation. And it was kind of like and then when I got back, I actually opened up my greatest new book, not Ramana Maharshi, which you know how much I love this guy, because he is something.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'm gonna read him. I'm gonna read something about it. He says,
That's your boy.
oh my God.
That's your boy.
He is. What he says, here's a question. They were talking about attainment, also known as aruda. As there is no one who does not desire to experience constant bliss. What is the reason why all sages do not attain the state of varista? I guess varista is bliss. You know, I can look it up and tell you what varista. This is a great book because it's got all of the, you know, yeah, the most excellent. Uh, what is the reason why all sages do not attain the state of the most excellent? And he says it is not to be, and the answer is it is not to be attained by mere desire or effort.
Right.
Now, Ramana Maharshi says,
That's true though.
he says, karma is its cause. As the ego dies along with its cause, even in the fourth stage, what agent is there beyond that stage to desire anything or to make efforts? So, as long as they make efforts, they will not be sages.
Right.
He says, do the sacred texts, which specially mention the most excellent, say that the other three are unenlightened persons, like the other three stages? So nobody is ever comparing, but the person who's asking the question
Mhm.
is comparing, you know,
Oh,
like,
and I hear you.
right, you know, actually, you know, it's like, he says, if you can see God,
Right.
that's the big deal, is to
That,
see
yeah.
God, to
Yeah.
get to the place where you see God.
And you trust God.
See
You
God,
know,
trust
trust
God.
God,
Yes.
believe God. It said God said what he said. And you're letting it be true.
Yeah.
Instead of going like, Lord, I know the truth, but let me sit down again. And like I think the difference between somebody who on that register, I think, and just like you're mundane, you feel me? You're young mundane. I, I think I think that is kind of like the mental place, right? It's what
Yes.
I've been working on. It's like that there's anywhere else to go but to God. Like there's anything else. Like what is you doing?
Mhm.
Like in everything you do, you're doing it. God's there, you know,
Mm.
with everything you're doing, with all the things that you have to do to take care of your family, yourself.
Mhm.
That's God. That's God expressing. And
Yes.
um, sometimes when we think we have to take care of things, and it's like, well, I'll be spiritual later. It's
Yeah.
like, and that's the kind of, I think that might be the kind of thinking that can prevent us from just reveling in God's truth,
Yes. Yes.
you know?
And that's
But
why I was,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
why I was saying when I was walking with Marianne,
yeah,
it was a high conversation,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it
That's what
was
it's all
high.
about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about, our conversations, because our conversations and they reveal where we're living. And what
Yeah,
I'm thankful, you know, I'm thankful for some people in my life that can really remind me when I have begun to believe my own opinion, which is a little bit more. I mean, God is more than my opinion, and and God is more than our thoughts about things.
yeah,
You know, God is more than this.
yeah,
It's more than and I love that when it says, "I am more than this." Just come to me,
yes,
and I will reveal. You know, only I can.
right. Like, you know what I'm saying? What was a deep thing that happened too when I was sitting with God, right?
Hmm.
Being able to identify what was going on, right?
Yes.
And being like, I could have this same feeling with $1 billion in my bank account. This feeling of separateness, you know?
Yes.
I could have all my needs and still feel this
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
I said, you know what, God? I said, I'm learning. I said, I understand. And sometimes, like there'll be a sensation so that you can understand that that is all you need.
Hey.
Like sometimes it be like that. Sometimes
Yeah.
it be like so that you can come into where it's like, whoa, like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to be in a place of rejoicing. That's
Yeah.
how I want to be the best, like protected and all that. It's like
Yeah.
I want to be rejoicing in this life I have to know you better, Lord. Like I can know God better,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was really deep. It just came. It's like, man, I could be sitting here with every single thing, every T crossed, every I dotted,
Yes,
and feeling doubt. It's like, nah, like,
that's right.
no, I said pinpoint that. I was like, man, I'm so happy that I could see that. Thank you.
Yes.
And then I felt something restore in my heart, like, and it was God just being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 A lot of people work hard and do a lot of kind of things to to get to what they call the top,
Yes.
you know. Well,
Yes.
and they get up there and it's all empty and
Ooh.
and they're still the same person
Yep.
with the same issues and the same confusion. And a lot of them can't take that, or having all of that did not solve that, did not
Exactly.
cure that sense of separation. And then you go to some other places where people don't have anything,
And they boof. Just
and they're
just
triumphant. They're
just
triumphant, you
just
know. They're just carrying on, you
just
know.
joy. Just
Yeah, just joy.
just joy.
Yeah,
That's so real.
yeah. And to know Harriet, Reverend Harriet, she's a Harriet Walden. I don't know if you remember Harriet, Georgia. I want to know about God deeper and deeper.
Oh yes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh
she's in
yeah.
Seattle. Here's the information to my friends in Seattle. I will be in concert in Seattle the Tuesday before the 30th. I'll fly the flyer of March. I'll be there around the end of March for the Women's Spirit Women's Retreat. And they just figured, well, since I was coming up to Seabeck for this women's retreat, would I be willing to do a concert for everybody before going to the retreat? And I was like, absolutely. I
Yeah.
would love to do. I love, Seattle. I have a lot of fans in Seattle, and so Kathy Ann Lewis and all y'all, I'm coming to Seattle
Yeah.
in March, and uh, but but I'm going somewhere else in February, and I'll keep you posted about that concert. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, concert. Dun, 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 dun. What I was supposed to say something else about. Oh yeah, I will hope everybody had a good Yuletide holiday season, a Merry Christmas, or
Yeah.
whatever it is, a Happy Hanukkah, and we're right here in the midst of Kwanzaa as well. And
Yeah.
so I just hope you are enjoying this time. And if you don't do anything, I hope you walk with God,
Right.
because that's the big deal right there, is walking with God.
That's what it all comes down to that.
It comes down to walking with God. Like you open up all them gifts and everything, and then you're still the same person.
Yeah.
The day after, you still the same person.
Yeah.
So let us be different, a little bit more expanded by the love, and
Yes.
carry that on into 2023. On January 1st, here in the living room sanctuary, we will be praising God. And
Yes.
then that's January 1st. And on January 8th, we will return to Hot and Cool Cafe in Lamert Park. I don't know if you heard about it, but if you didn't know, on December 18th, we lit a fire over there in Lamert Park. It was bad. It was so good.
Good time.
It was so beautiful to see everybody again, and people who need to wear masks, they wear masks. People who do what they do, we were together again. And
Mm.
it was can you believe this?
What happened, Mama?
My alarm is going on, but it was supposed to go off at 5:55. It's going at 6:55. Thank you very much. I guess I told the wrong time. But but that's not a bad idea, because it's almost time. But we'll be back at Hot and Cool January 8th. We have moved the time of the devotionals to 10:30. Okay. It's supposed to be for 10:30 to 12 o'clock, but Maxine said, no, 12:30. So she wants 10:30 to 12:30.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give Maxine whatever she wants,
That's right. That's right.
because that's who she is. Oh, Skip Jennings, Reverend Skip is in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, Reverend Skip. Yes, there you You looking, yes, you're looking like Florida, my brother.
I see Andre Elaine out here.
Yeah, Andrea Lane is in the house. And
Andrea.
so thank you, Patty, for coming on the thread this evening and being with us in our conversation. Thank you for bringing your best
Yeah.
wherever you go. Thank you for remembering who you are and whose you are. You know, we are made in the image and likeness of God. We are, God is, God created us. And God don't make no junk.
That's right.
You know, God don't make no junk. God made us holy. And all God said was just like, just show up. Show up. He said, deliver me today. So God, this is God's message to you. And the sweetest song, embraced in love, the ebb of what can never leave, the flow, the balance of God will show up for you as you deliver, because it's there.
Yeah, right. Right.
For you. So deliver me today. In all things, deliver me. Who am I? You might say that I am your integrity. So consider me today. In all things, consider me. Who am I? You might say that I am yours. Who am I? You might say that I am yours. Who am I? You might say that I am yours. God is saying, I am yours.
Yeah.
I am yours. And Georgia says, the Spirit says, I am here.
Yeah.
I am here. I am here. I am here. So rest. Rest in God.
Yep.
Rest in God.
Amen.
Rest in God and say, Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Georgia.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody that joined us. Thank you.
It's a great honor to be on your show.
You're the best. Who's your mama?
Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God.